Hey dude, I'm just parked up at the top of Prems. The sun is so insane.
So it's 40-something, whatever, in Washington, and the house drops off, you know, like 3 feet after that.
You could feel it in the air. It was mid-September in the Berkshires, and the freewheeling wild rush of barefoot summer was waving goodbye. Jack Frost was testing colors on the hillsides, and as with every year, a busy and beautiful autumn whirlwind was upon us.
Well, I mean, if he's got to get to the peak that way, that's fine.
What do you mean, scabbing?
One evening, John and I were going fishing at the pond, and we stopped by Mason's on our way to see the progress of his latest project.
2 foot on center or whatever you want.
No, there's no studs. There's stress skin panels that are pre-assembled. They come sheetrock and then 8 inches of extruded polystyrene.
I couldn't deal with his freaking pathetic little
Trout worms.
trout worm.
All right, buddy. Look at this crumpled can.
And the dreaming tree was showing its first signs of change.
Oh, it's so much more sane than what I've been doing all day.
God almighty. We got in without a scrape.
Just like any human, I want to do well with my life, and I want to seize the moment when the moment's there to seize. But I do not want to get excited about shit, because I've spent too much time being excited about shit that sadly never came to fruition. And we're lucky enough to be ourselves and to be able to do it.
You know something, actually? There's a lot of people that don't have this, and something I recognize in you is like intuition. Like you can just feel and express that feeling, you know? It's like a lot of people don't listen to their gut. That's the simplest way to put it.
I listen to my gut.
Yeah, you're completely from the gut. You're from the hip. There's no there's
like,
no middleman, you know? And it's like,
there's no middleman but John. You get what you
raw.
got.
That's wholesale with this guy.
When you buy John, you get all John. And you need to even purchase him. He's mostly for free.
He gives out a lot, this guy. Yeah.
There's a rare time, you know, late evening, he's tired or drunk. He will charge. It's nuts, but he gets it. So unaccustomed to catching fish that everyone feels like a big one. This is fun.
Yeah, remember when we went to a pond?
Well, it's Sunday, October 11th, the day you're watching this video, and it is a gorgeous fall day outside. I just drove up over the mountain to get a few shots of my new coffee blends, which are out. The link is in the description to check them out. There's Red October and Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon is your pumpkin spice, but it's not your typical one. It's not overly sweet. It's still a hearty, delicious coffee. And Red October, you kind of just have to taste it to believe it. I have been drinking it non-stop, and I also just am pouring it in little mason jars and keeping it around the office because it smells so good. It's kind of got cinnamon, but also vanilla, and just a really hearty undertone. It is unbelievable. It truly, truly is. My mom has tried it, Mason and John. The wind just blew my door open. John's not even a coffee drinker, and he really doesn't like sweet things, and he tried Red October this morning when he stopped by on the way to the cabin, and he loved it. He was like, his eyes got all wide, and I could tell he genuinely liked it. So yeah, they're up on the Pierce Bros website. The link is in the description. There's a couple different sizes of bags. There's even 5-pound bags, there's huge bags, and there's also K-cups, and you can also subscribe, where you're gonna save a bunch every month and they'll just get delivered to your door. You can do it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, I think. There's a bunch of different options. So excited and proud, and just, it feels so good to be working with Pierce Bros. They are so awesome. Simon, Noah, and I just went to their facility the other day to finalize these blends and a couple other things, and they're just such good guys. I'm so fulfilled to be working with these guys. And also the feedback on the original blends, All in Good Time and Creative Chickadee. You guys have been loving the coffee, and it just makes me so happy, genuinely. While I got you here, a couple other little updates. Just did a giveaway on my Patreon, one of my mom's handmade goods and a couple prints and some other things, and gonna be doing a really cool giveaway for October. So if you aren't signed up to my Patreon, you can check that out. The link is also in the description. There's bonus content, there's long drives through fall foliage, there's fall wallpapers for your phone and for your computer and everything. There's just a bunch of bonus content on there, and it's such a nice little community. It's really the close-knit part of Trout and Coffee. And also the fall merchandise is live. I'm sure you've seen it, but I just updated the store with a couple new designs. There's this all-over print foliage hoodie, which is really cool. I'm adding a couple more canvas prints. I just added some tapestries, this new brook trout blanket, the harvest moon blanket, and I'm gonna keep updating it all through October and November, so keep checking back, and I'll of course let you know. A couple other little updates. I've got that off-grid router ad coming soon on the channel, and then I also have a partnership with LL Bean. I mean, I've been wearing LL Bean my whole life, so this is just gonna be really fun to get to work for one of my dream companies. I've literally dreamed of this, and I can't believe it comes to fruition in fall 2020. It's really cool, so I'm really excited. I've been shooting so much this fall. I've got so many stories, and it's with the cabin build going on. John and I have been working on the driveway non-stop, so it's really hard to find the time to edit and to get that done, but I appreciate you guys having patience and sticking it through with me. So and also the premieres are so much fun. Thank you to everyone that shows up to the premieres of these videos and all that. So the coffee, the Patreon, the merch, they're all linked in the description. I couldn't be more excited. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Hey, brother. There's gonna be a whole lot of gravel that got delivered today. Yeah, John.
The other way, buddy.
The tracks make such a difference.
Look at him, dude. And he's 10,000 pounds compared to 7,100.
That's a big difference.
Look at the ass.
So John and I rented some machines to finish building my cabin driveway and repair the old road too. And we spent many beautiful and peaceful nights working away. We work really well together and both enjoy catching a groove and getting things done. And on one night we had a little moment with old Blue where he overheated when he was just sitting there idling. So we did what we always do when a problem arises, and we called Mason.
Pressure in which it could pull open.
And there were many nights like this, John and I in our own little world, man and machine, making it happen.
It's the knob on the far left, you pull it out.
And I spent a couple good afternoons there solo as well. All of my time this fall has been split 3 ways, either shooting, editing, or working at the cabin. And even though the pace can be a bit hectic, it's what I always dreamed of. And then Mason's birthday arrived towards the end of September, and I met him and our friend Chris at the old elementary school that we all went to. And we walked down to the old ball field by the river.
Oh wow, now this I remember.
I remember picking wild
Pumpkins? Or yeah, no, they were the cucumbers.
Wild
That
cucumbers.
was over there by those goalposts.
For some reason, that sticks with me more than like anything else.
I still...
And then we went on our first foliage hunting mission of the year.
Good one.
You know, I can definitely pretty much always get the ground.
And after our flight, we watched the sun drop in the plains land from the cornfields.
Seaweed, huh?
Potato!
Potato!
Oh my God! He's not...
Need the sushi.
That's the Duchess. That's a beach crab.
Is it?
Yes. Dual, multi-engine, 2 engines.
Yeah.
With a little dock.
Yeah. We cut it loose, so we're just floating around. Mason was steering us with a big stick.
And we capped it off with a beautiful dinner in the cold air. One of the best and most fulfilling birthday celebrations I've been a part of. And the driveway build continued. John and I took almost 2 weeks away from everything else in our lives and met at the cabin every morning for sunrise and worked till dark. And some days I couldn't help myself. I'd show up a little late because I couldn't pass up shooting the foliage. It seemed like without warning, at the very end of September, the color exploded. And we made good friends with one of my neighbors. He'd deliver us gravel and stones, and sometimes he'd stop by in his old Buick.
I love this car.
What did you come to the quarry for that morning?
Driveway mix for this road, I think.
And it would have been a waste.
Yeah.
Life was beginning to feel like a dream. The morning drives to the cabin were electric. And on one particular raining morning, John and I shared one of the most beautiful fall days I can remember. There were leaves flying all over the roads, and the color was luminescent.
It wouldn't be the first time because he wants to do it like professional. It's never been done. Ever.
Okay. We got the guy coming to survey the roof, or the material guy. He'll tell John everything he needs and all.
It just all of a sudden it was there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in the last, I would say 2 to 3 days, the top of Windsor exploded, and now we're almost, this is basically just about peak.
We stopped at my childhood home, and we went down to the river where we both grew up, building forts and using our imagination to entertain ourselves. The last few falls, I spent all my time chasing foliage in Vermont and beyond, and I never saw my home spots in peak color. And this year, I haven't been anywhere but home. I've watched all my favorite spots come and go with beautiful colors.
I would just get on your hands and cross over again. Wow.
And on one Sunday, at the very end of September, we had a big dinner at John's parents' with fresh veggies from this year's harvest.
You gotta read a book. There's a book called The Great.
The foliage was exploding all around us, and we talked and we drank and we ate to our heart's content. And though a piece of me longs to be out hunting foliage all over New England, I know deep in my gut that so far this fall, I've been exactly where I needed to be.